Breaking news out of Chicago. All 4 of the Chicago Bears preseason games will be nationally televised. Yes, the Bears have arrived. This isn't by accident. I'm telling you, we're going to get more and more nationally televised games. Don't be surprised if we see some flicks through the season as well. How much will Caleb Williams play? That's the big question. I wouldn't be surprised if we don't see much of him at all. Maybe a drive, maybe a quarter, maybe some snaps. I mean, you would want the rookie to get out there and get his feet wet, but I don't think he's going to play too much. Preseason really be for the guys who's going to make the roster. Like it was never, obviously, well, of course, it was never a debate. It was never a question of whether he was going to start or not, whether people want to believe otherwise, keep it up. Or whether he wasn't going to be here, hey, keep it up. But us, we already knew, especially if you was a USC fan. I know a lot of people like to talk about the Notre Dame game and this, that, and the third. Which is, I feel like it's very lazy because you don't talk about the second half. It's two halves of football. It's not about how you start, it's how you finish. Yes, we lost the game, but as you can see, the ball started moving. Caleb started figuring the defense out. He started making plays. It's just when you got a top 100 defense and they're not making much stops, and you already playing from behind, when the defense knows what you're finna do, but yet you're still getting the ball downfield, what you're going to do? And we seen the draft firsthand. Where did his top wide receiver go? Oh, okay. He went Brandon Wright. I said Brandon Wright. I'm thinking Brandon Rice. He went to seventh round to the Chargers, which I think he's going to be decent over there too. I think Justin Herbert is a very good quarterback. Very talented quarterback. I think Jim Harbaugh is going to do very well with him. I think the Chargers are going to be better than expected. They could very well win the Keenan Allen trade, or it could be, an even kill. I think it's going to be probably could go dead even though, because you got to look at it like Keenan could be a rental, and we just got Rome. So I'd be more focused on re-signing DJ Moore anyway. But, we're going to see how that go. That's talk for a different day. But if Keenan balls out, go ahead and give him a deal, extend him. Hopefully we can keep these guys around. But, I think the Bears handled that well. But, yeah, 4 nationally televised games. That's great. We got the Hall of Fame game against the Texans on the 1st. Then we play the Bengals. We play the Chiefs. We play the Bills. Then I think we play the Chiefs last. The last 2 are the games, but I think the order is flipped. I think it's the Chiefs last. But we're looking at potentially, if we talking a year ago, 4 Super Bowl contenders. Texans wasn't a Super Bowl contender, but they are this year. I think they're there. Chiefs, do we have to talk about them? Do we have to go there? Who else you got? The Bills. Well, we got to see what they do. Last year they were. We got to see what they do at this point. And then you have the Bengals. With Joe Burrow back healthy. They lost some pieces, so they might take a step back. We'll see. But, yeah, that's it. The Bears, 4 nationally televised games, and this isn't on accident. And this is another thing about it, is y'all have to realize with Caleb Williams, the league is not going to allow them to touch him. You're not going to be able to touch him. All the calls Justin Fields didn't get when we seen him get mauled by defenders, that's not going to happen with Caleb Williams. I'm telling you, the league is going to protect him. So, it's just not going to happen, and I'm all for it because we've had Aaron Rodgers in our division who's constantly getting phantom calls, and the Packers in general. You think I'm going to sit here and cry and complain about the Bears being on the end of some biased officiating? Hell no. It's our time to get what we've been robbed of years. Give us all those biased calls, and this is just what it is, man. It's a new era. This is the Caleb Williams effect. Y'all already seeing the difference. Hard Knocks, y'all seeing all this stuff, man. This is the Caleb Williams effect, so if you was a USC fan like me, well, I'm actually obviously a Bears fan before I was a USC fan, because this is, this home for me. But if you're a fan, hey, I know y'all gonna be rooting for Caleb as well. I know that's what y'all doing, as well as rooting for y'all team. That's cool. Root for Caleb. You know what I'm saying? Root on. Y'all know what we finna expect. But y'all, other people who didn't watch him, actually watch him and just listen to the media, the narratives, didn't actually watch the film and didn't actually see, actually examine the second half and really look to see of those games, you just look to nitpick and really go off, oh, his record's bad. So that means Patrick Mahomes' record was even worse against those teams. But as we've seen, he would put up monster numbers. That's the same thing Caleb was doing. 350, 3 touchdowns and a loss. I mean, come on now. But now he has a team. He has a team with the Bears. He went to the best possible position for a rookie of all time. I mean, come on. So that's the news. The Bears have 4 nationally televised games. Hopefully we can see the GOAT out there. I don't know if we will, but hey, you know, either way, I'm going to watch it. We're going to see these guys, who's going to make the roster, who's going to make the cuts, who's going to get in. Yeah, man, bear down. It's our year. We deserve this. We've been waiting long years, and now finally we've getting rewarded. You know, I'm going to root on everybody. I rooted for Fields, rooted for Cutler, rooted for Mitch, everybody. So you think I'm not going to do it with the most talented quarterback? Man, you crazy. We out, though. Like, share, subscribe if you're new.